Hey everyone, Chef Marco Barbaro here, the multifamily chef, 4 and 12-time award-winning chef, and tonight we are doing chicken piccata secret recipe from Gino's Trattoria. I'm gonna go really fast, and then at the end I'm gonna talk you guys through it slowly. So follow me. So we're gonna start out two types of chicken. Chicken breast, and you can use the tenders. These are easier to use. These are really good. Okay, so let's slice it up. We're gonna fillet it up. And then we're gonna pound it out. You can use the flat side or that side. Not to make a mess. That's why these tenders for you guys will be easier to use. You don't have to do this, but you want to get nice and kind of thick because it cooks up a little thicker. All right, cut a piece off, mix it up. Bring a couple of these over here. So we're gonna go nice and quick and get this done. Turn on the oil. So piccata is flour. Francese is flour and egg. That's the only difference. So I'm using both chicken just to show you guys these are easier and they come out just as good. These are good for scarpiello. They usually use these for scarpiello and cut them up. All right, follow me over here. So let me just wash my hands real quick. The oil's getting hot. I had the oil on a little bit, so it's already getting hot a little bit. All right, so I can talk about it until the oil gets hot. 5 ingredients, very easy. Anybody can make this. Chicken stock, organic. I usually make my own. White wine, Pinot Grigio, olive oil. It calls for a lot of butter. We don't use butter. I avoid it. I make it a healthier version. Capers, parsley, salt, pepper, lemon juice. Fresh lemon juice squeezed. Okay, so as the oil's getting hot, we're gonna cook the chicken. Then I'm gonna show you the steps. It's very simple to make. The secret, Gino's Trattoria, this brown gravy right here. At the restaurant, it's a roasted veal bone demi-glaze. Takes me 8 hours to make. Here's the cheat. You guys are not gonna make my 8-hour roasted bone veal demi-glaze, which I can make it at home. But you make this is 1 cup of water, 1 cup of instant turkey gravy, and then I actually add a touch of sugar to it. Sugar is a secret spice chefs don't want you to know to use. Chinese cooking uses a lot of sugar. Sweet and sour chicken, there's sugar in everything because of the soy sauce. But you make the brown gravy, it's a little salty, you add a little sugar to it, it's delicious. And what we use this for, instead of cornstarch and water like a slurry to thicken the sauce, I use this to thicken the sauce and give flavor. So if you don't want to use this, you don't have to. You can make it, everything we're doing here, and just get a little cornstarch and water and then add it to the sauce and it'll thicken it up. This is the way to go. This, we use less butter. That's why it's a healthier version. All right, so let's get our chicken in there. And I know the timing. I could tell the oil without putting the thermometer in. You could drop a little, if you want to test it, you take a little flour, you drop it in to see if your oil's ready. All right. Once again, as this is cooking right now, I'll spend the time with you guys. 2 minutes on each side, 3 minutes on each side. So we're gonna do the order of what everything is going to be in right now. All right, so once this chicken cooks, we're gonna take it out, we're gonna dump out the oil over here. We're gonna keep the scrapings and a little bit of the oil because the scrapings of the flour is gonna thicken it up also. Then we're gonna put the chicken back in. It's a simple boil. We're gonna add, for one portion, restaurant portion, 4 ounces of chicken stock, 4 ounces of brown sauce, and lemon juice and salt and pepper to taste, and a little bit of 2 ounces of white wine, and the capers. That's it. I'll go slow when this chicken is ready to show you guys. All right, everybody, chicken's ready. And once again, if you want to make this chicken dish even healthier, you could do this. You could do this chicken. Once I make the sauce down, you could grill the chicken and just start out and make the sauce. All right, so let's get everything out. Okay. All right, so we got rid of that oil. We're gonna put just a touch of oil. Once again, chicken piccata, and if you look up the recipes, it calls for chicken franchise piccata a lot of butter. I don't use butter, I use a little extra virgin olive oil instead. And once again, we want these scrapings. So I left the pan on. We're gonna deglaze with white wine first. For 2 pieces, it's a 1/4 cup. That once around is a 1/4 cup, but I'm gonna put more because we have more. We have about 2 portions. Okay. Then we're gonna do 4 ounces of chicken stock is right here. That's 4 ounces. That's 1 portion, 2 pieces. But we have more than 2 pieces. And watch, guys. Oh, I want to make pasta. Make a little extra sauce. Okay. Then we're gonna add in your brown sauce, which if you don't have this, cornstarch and water, you can add it in. We're gonna add in your brown sauce. So it's 4 ounces of brown sauce for 2 pieces. Once again, we added in extra. Then we're gonna add in your lemon juice. This is all to taste. I would say for 1 chicken breast, once around with the juice is a quarter cup of lemon juice, 1/2 cup for all of this. Then we're gonna do parsley. Chicken stock's got salt. This has got salt and sugars in it. We're still gonna do, because this chicken stock is not as salty as my homemade. My homemade's got more flavor. We're gonna add just a little bit of salt. Okay? A little bit of black pepper. Bring it to a boil. And we're gonna add your capers. Capers, you find these right near like the pickles and stuff like that, artichoke straws. These are very traditional in chicken piccata. You could leave them out if you don't like them. They are a little salty also. They're very Italian traditional. This dish now, while it's getting ready, we're gonna put the chicken back in. And all this has is about 5 minutes to cook. To reduce, we want to reduce the sauce. That's why it's called a reduction in these sauces. It reduces, the water evaporates, and it thickens up. So we're going to leave that in. We're going to let it come to a boil. I'll talk a little bit. This dish, instead of the capers, it's a lemon white wine sauce, piccata basically. You can add artichokes, sun-dried tomatoes, and they call it chicken campagna or something. That's how these restaurants come up with all these different chickens, the chicken martini, chicken Vesuvio. They come up with all these different chicken dishes, is adding artichokes or sun-dried tomatoes or peas or something. You could actually add peas to this dish. Chicken piccata with peas instead of the capers. So the basis is a lemon white wine chicken stock brown sauce, but then you can add whatever you want to it. All right, guys. At the restaurant, it takes 2 or 3 minutes. At home, this has been boiling for about 10 minutes maybe. It's reducing. You can see, look how nice and thick it's getting. Watch this. See that? How it's nice and thick? So we're just going to plate it. Here's the yellow big piece. And we want some of that sauce on top of the capers. And once again, when you're doing the measurements, I'm going to recap everything. Now look how awesome that looks. Nice and thick. As this gets cold, I'm going to shut it off. As this gets cold, it's going to thicken up, thicken up, thicken up. If you leave it for 20 minutes and it gets really thick, and you go back, you turn it on, warm it up, you add a little chicken stock to it, it'll thin it out. If you want to keep making more, add 4 ounces chicken stock, 4 ounces brown sauce, and lemon juice to taste, and salt and pepper. Keep adding, and white wine. Just keep adding the amounts of the recipe that I'm going to give you. See there's extra sauce. I did on purpose. I made this like 1,000,000 times. I can take this all out. I can boil a little pasta. And at the restaurant, we serve this. We put the pasta in the same sauce right next to it. So zoom in on this dish right here. Chicken piccata, Gino's Trattoria secret recipe. Hope you guys make it. Enjoy.